Good morning, educators. It's coming to that time of year everyone dreads. Time to create schemes of learning. What if I told you that we could save countless hours using an AI assistant? Introducing Gemini, a teacher's new best friend. It's saved me countless hours over this year, and I think it's going to save you a lot in the future as well. In this quick 10-minute video today, I'll be walking you through the step-by-step process of leveraging Gemini to create an effective scheme of learning. We'll cover everything from initial brainstorming to generating detailed content. I think this is going to be a really good lesson for you and hopefully get something out of it. Before we dive into Gemini, a quick reminder of what makes a great scheme of learning. Typically, you'll need to define learning objectives, so what students should know and be able to do, key content and topics, the subject matter that you're covering, so the thing that we're actually going to talk about, our assessment methods that we're going to use, and how we'll measure the understanding of this, the resources we have available, because I know not everyone has the same tech I might have, and differentiation. So, how are you going to support the different learners? Are you going to use balloons, etc.? And the timing and pacing. How long do you actually have to make this section last? And with this, we need to make sure that we're using this in our prompt for Gemini. So let's start brainstorming. Imagine I need to create a scheme of learning for a level 3 sports student and they're doing a nutrition unit on the OCR Cambridge Technical Diploma. So what I want to know is, what can it actually create and what can Gemini prompt? So as you can see, this is one that I did earlier and it comes out with a full scheme of learning over here. And it's got quite a lot of detail, but I just wanted a little bit more on macronutrients. So if we scroll down here, I added another prompt. Can you elaborate on the types of macronutrients for the level 3 student? And it's just added a bit more detail so I can check what it's actually drawing the information from. So now let's get Gemini to help us structure this instead of just brainstorming. We'll ask it how to format the input, and the clear structure makes the scheme of learning easy to follow. So if I just send it off, as you can see, we're producing a ready-made structure, so it's saving us time with the hassle of actually structuring it, creating it, laying it out, and it's even suggesting cross-curricular links, so where it actually links to other sections, where other links to biology, health and social care, art and design. So it's giving us different assessment methods we can use as well, and how we can differentiate the learning, which is sometimes one of the trickiest things to integrate, especially when you're quite new to teaching. I'm not saying this is going to replace that knowledge, but it's going to make it much easier to understand in the long run. And once you've kind of got the basics down, you'll be able to do this and create your schemes of learning quite quickly. Here is sports supplements, benefits and risks. So it's got quite a lot of information that I want, and it's got a few tasks. If we go down here, it's got a few suggested activities, but to be honest, I'd like a few more. I like to split my lessons up with 10-minute little activities that learners can do. So I'm just going to use Gemini to add some more prompts to that, to add some more information, and we'll see what activities it comes up with. So as you can see, it's generated a few activities for us. So we've got a nice little quick discussion task, not really my thing, but generally a lot of teachers do use them. An ethical dilemma, so a think, pair, share. So if anyone's not heard of think, pair, share, it's a really good teaching method to use, especially if you've got learners that are slightly more difficult, or, in this day and age where everyone's on computers, it's getting them critically thinking and giving them time to do it. So, as you can see, we've got a few activity suggestions which we might use in the future. So we've gone through quite a bit in quite a short amount of time. So things to consider. It's super important that you fact check against your curriculum documents and delivery guides. You also need to ensure you're adapting the suggestions for your classroom, because not everyone's the same and every student's different. So it's important that we remember that and we're taking that into consideration. So this kind of leads on to making sure it still follows your teaching style and personality. So I wave my hands around. I'm quite an excitable teacher. I like to get involved, have discussions. So it's really important that you keep your teaching method. And finally, if you didn't get a prompt you like or you think is suitable, try it again, refine it, and look at how you're asking Gemini for what you want, because in the end, you're the one that's giving it the prompts, so you can change it and get it to give you the information that you need. So just remember to get the most out of Gemini. Remember these prompting principles. So you're defining your audience. So age group, ability level, or any special considerations that they need. Format. So do you want it in tables? Do you want it in bullet points, paragraphs? How does your college do it? And examples. Don't just ask for differentiation strategies, ask for three specific differentiation strategies. And iterate. If you don't get what you need, refine the prompt. It's a conversation. So there you have it. Gemini can be an incredibly powerful tool in our teaching arsenal, transforming the way we approach the scheme of learning creation, helps to save time, generate fresh ideas, and allows us to focus on the teaching that we actually enjoy in the classroom, where we get to spend time with learners and where we're working on a one-to-one or class basis, and it gives them a nice structure that they are following, so we can develop their understanding in the classroom. One of the things, it's also super important that we keep a human in the loop when we're doing anything with AI technology, because we don't know whether it is pulling the 100% correct answers. So you do need to fact check that. And also, we want to keep the individualized approach that a teacher gives. So, ready to give it a try? Start experimenting with Gemini today and revolutionize your planning process. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more educational tech tips. Thanks for watching.